Last game of the season. Hey guys, welcome back to another match preview. This is Aston Villa versus Chelsea, my last match preview of the Premier League season, which is just absolutely insane. And this is a massive game. I keep saying it, but probably the biggest game of the season so far for Chelsea, because this will determine if we get top 4 or not. A win will secure us top 4, and obviously we all want that Champions League football spot. It's a bit disappointing that we have to play our strongest team in this game, because you can tell that City are already resting players for that Champions League final, but I'm hoping that we can get the win. It is massive if we secure top 4, especially taking into account where this team was in January, that we were sitting in 10th. Now to get 4th, I know that we should just expect to get top 4. I think you have to take into consideration there are growing pains in this team, and that is very evident, and we have a Champions League final to play. So taking a look at this table, as things stand, Chelsea are in 3rd with 67 points, Liverpool are in 4th with 66 points, and Leicester are in 5th also with 66 points. So basically, if Chelsea win this game, you guarantee top 4, because you go to 70 points, and Liverpool and Leicester can catch you because the most that they can get is 69 points. If Chelsea lose this game, that's where it gets interesting, because then you kind of have to hope that Liverpool or Leicester draw or lose one of their games. If either of them draw while you lose, then you're all on 67 points, and then it would go to goal difference. So right now goal difference is 23 for Chelsea, 24 for Liverpool, and 20 for Leicester. So still potentially Chelsea could have some leeway in there. If we draw the game, then you do have to hope that Liverpool or Leicester, one of them, doesn't win one of their games. As long as one of them doesn't win, then you are fine. Even if one of them draws, you would have 68 points. One would have 69 points, and then the other would have 67. So you would still guarantee that top spot, but you would still have to rely on one of them not to win their game. So really, you just want to win. A win means that you get top 4, and it's all taken care of. So that's what we're aiming for. Not going to be an easy match in the slightest. Aston Villa are a really good side. They currently sit 11th. They have dropped off a little bit. They have 2 wins, 1 draw, and 2 losses in their last 5 games, but they're going to have the power of home supporters, which we saw how important it was against Leicester City. So I do think that they're going to be making noise and make it difficult for Chelsea. Ollie Watkins is in really great form as well. He's going to be one to look out for. But overall, I think even with that taken into consideration, this Chelsea side tends to show up for these big games, and I really do think that they're going to have the proper mentality going into this, that we absolutely must win this game. And I really feel that we dominated against Leicester, and we could have easily had 4 goals in that game. So it's going to be a matter of making sure, yet again, I sound like a broken record, but making sure that we take our chances and are clinical in front of goal, because that could come back to punish us. But we really don't want to rely on anybody else to do the job for us. We need to get top 4 by winning this game. Simple as that. As for some team news, N'golo Kante is still TBD. It seems I'm recording this the day before the game. I haven't heard any news other than the fact that it's kind of on a day-by-day basis to see how he will be for this game. I have a feeling that Thomas Tuchel isn't going to risk him, because you want N'Golo Kante to be starting a Champions League final. So I have a feeling that he maybe will be on the bench, but only Tuchel and the medical staff will know if he's even ready for that. And Kai Havertz has come out and said that he's happy that his injury wasn't as big as initially thought. It actually was quite a small injury. He's feeling good, and Thomas Tuchel said that he's going back to training, and again, they'll make a decision before the game. So I don't think that we'll necessarily see Kai Havertz start, but maybe we could see him on the bench as well. Looking at the starting 11, I think that you have to play your absolute strongest starting 11 in that game. Who that really is, TBD. Like, I think that we're still figuring out who our best starting 11 is, and it really kind of changes from game to game. Nobody's really been a standout player for me, except maybe Mason Mount, Kante, and Thiago Silva, and Rudiger as well has been coming up in the ranks. But other than that, I think it's really subject to change and who's available from injury. So I'm just going to give it a go. At goalkeeper, Edouard Mendy, of course. And then I even thought like the right wing back and left wing back was nailed on as Ben Chilwell and Reece James, but now we could potentially see Azpilicueta in that right wing back role and Reece James as a right center back. I kind of like Reece James better as the right wing back. I think that he offers a lot going forward, and we saw it as a right center back. He still got forward and was able to give some attacking options as well, and he was getting central, like a little bit more centrally forward, and he provides coverage for Azpilicueta. So I don't really know which one he's going to go for. Aston Villa like to have possession of the ball. They're going to press you. They're going to try to force you to play quickly, to force you to play long balls. Like I said, Ollie Watkins is a real danger. He's scoring a lot of goals. I believe Jack Grealish is also back in the side as well, which is a massive boost for them. So Chelsea need to be wary about that. So I'm sure that Tuchel is going to take that into consideration when deciding who plays at right center back and right wing back. But for the purpose of what we've been playing, I'm going to keep Reece James at right wing back, Azpilicueta at right center back, Thiago Silva and Rudiger. Perhaps you even see Azpilicueta rested for the Champions League game and you see Christensen slotted in there, but I really do think that you're going to have your two main captains on the pitch in Azpilicueta and Thiago Silva. So I think that Kante probably isn't going to be ready or risked for this game. There's no point in playing him if you're just going to further exacerbate a potential injury. So I think that we're going to see Kovacic and Jorginho. I thought that Kovacic played really well against Leicester, especially after not having played for over a month. He looked a little bit rusty at times, the giveaway for the goal, but for the most part, I was really impressed with his performance, and we know that him and Jorginho can get a job done together. So I personally would go for that. Mason Mount has to start this game for me, and then you're left with who plays at the front. I think that it's probably going to be Pulisic and Timo Werner. Like I said, Kai Havertz, I don't know if he's necessarily ready to start this game based off his injury, and we haven't been seeing Hakim Ziyech play all of that much. He does play in bigger games, so he could potentially be a shout to start. Like many of the other players, Hakim Ziyech I feel like he doesn't even need to play that well in order to influence the game. Like the games that he scored, I feel like he's had a pretty average game, but then he'll pull off some incredible goal. So we could potentially see him, but I have a feeling that you might see Pulisic and Timo Werner. Pulisic didn't have a good game against Leicester, so maybe you give Ziyech the shout. Honestly, it's really hard to choose at this point, but maybe Ziyech starts the Champions League final first experience, so you play Pulisic in this game. I'm probably going to go with Pulisic and Timo Werner and just stop thinking about it, because I could go switching and flipping and flopping all freaking day. As for score prediction, I'm going to go 2-0. I really hope that we end this game in the first half and just score, and we can hold on to it and just guarantee ourselves that top 4 spot and get the win. It's going to be a very nerve-wracking game. We also want to try to rest as many players as possible. You still have about a week until the Champions League final, but I would want to have that in mind as well. So hopefully we can just take our chances, finish this game, and win it. That's all. At the end of the day, I don't care how we win it. I just want to win it. But ideally, yeah, I would like to see a couple of goals. Who wouldn't? So guys, thank you so much for watching my last match preview of the season. I will be doing Euros coverage as well, of course. But yeah, it's a really exciting time to be a Chelsea fan. I have a ton of content lined up for this week. It's going to be absolutely manic, but I love it. So thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, drop it a like, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of that awesome content that's coming up. And hopefully I have a good match review. Hopefully we have good news for the match review, and I'm happy after that game. So until then, I'm out.